And are you Hector Casanova?
No, for the record, I am the flesh and breathing man.
Welcome to another court case of stupidity at its finest. I mean it. This dude has been called handsome by his grandma, and now his ego's higher than Mount Everest. You'll see what I mean.
All right, Mr. Casanova, you want to come forward? Hello, how's it going?
Could be better.
All right, so my understanding you want to represent yourself? All right, you're more than welcome to represent yourself, but here's the thing. Everybody says that they can be an attorney because all attorneys do is talk. That's what people think. But they don't realize there's a lot of knowledge, experience, and wisdom behind that.
Absolutely.
So if you want to have a jury trial where you represent yourself, you're more than welcome to do so. But once it's set for trial, it's going to trial and no one's going to be helping you. The state is not going to say, hey, we see that you really don't know the rules. So let me tell you this rule. They're not going to be doing that. My job is not going to be to help you with objections, help you with motions. That's 100% you. Do you understand?
Lil Buddy watched too much Law and Order and thought he could take this on. I don't find this smart at all, and you could probably agree with me on this.
So are we on the record?
No, we're not on the record. What, you want to put something on the record?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Sure. All right, court is calling. And are you Hector Casanova?
No, for the record, I am the flesh and breathing man. I'm here on a special appearance to clarify any misunderstanding. I am not the legal fiction known as Hector J. Casanova that is on the information there. I just have a few questions to clarify some things.
All right, so if you would like to clarify some things, then the person I need to speak to is the flesh and blood man known as Hector Casanova.
Yes, I am the flesh and blood man, Hector Casanova Jr.
All right, so you are Hector Casanova, correct?
I am Hector Casanova Jr., the flesh and breathing man.
All right, well,
Dude just lied in court. I don't even know how the judge is having patience for this. You can just tell she does not take him seriously.
glad you're breathing. So what did you want to place on the record?
Well, first, I don't understand the charges that are being brought against me.
Mhm.
There are some clarifications I do want to.
All right, so just 1 second, but before we get to that, have you been given a copy of the indictment?
No, I have not.
All right, so we're going to get you a copy of the indictment. Just give me a moment. All right, have a seat. We're going to come back on the record with this.
All right.
All right, Mr. Casanova, here's the thing. And I want you to hear me clearly. I am not your attorney. The document that has been given you is a copy of the indictment. I'm not to give you information about your indictment. That's the indictment. That's what we're here for. So any questions that you would have about that indictment, you're going to have to answer those for yourself. Otherwise, the person who will be telling you about what the indictment means and what the numbers are, that will be an attorney. Do you understand?
I do not understand.
Bro, what are you in kindergarten?
Oh, what that means is, for example, we can go off the record. I'm giving you a hypothetical. All right. Let's say you needed surgery and you're in the middle of the wilderness. You need surgery. And you tell me and you tell the doctor, guess what? I'm performing this surgery on my own. I don't need you. I'm walking out of the hospital. I'm going to go in the desert. Now, maybe the doctor would try to stop you and do other things. But if you go in that desert by yourself, don't tell the doctor where you are. You take a scalpel out in the desert by yourself. You don't get to call the doctor and say, hey, I'm in the middle of the desert performing surgery. I'm going to be my own. I'm doing all of this. How do you do this? Because they're not going to tell you. It's the same thing here. You're saying that you do not want to be represented by an attorney. You want to represent yourself. So that motion, that indictment, I'm not to tell you anything about what that indictment is. The state is not to tell you, oh, this is what this indictment means. This is the range of punishment. Those are things that you're supposed to do. Do you understand?
I still don't understand.
And you want to represent yourself?
All right. So just have a seat. This is what's going to end up happening. You're going to have an attorney. That attorney is going to come over to the court right now. You're going to speak to that attorney. After you speak to that attorney, we're going to go forward. Ms. Ferguson, Can you call manage to sign counsel and let them know that we need an attorney over here? And that attorney will talk to you. That attorney will tell you what that indictment means. That attorney will tell you the range of punishment. Do you understand?
I still don't understand.
He's playing games. If I was a judge, he'd see me angrier than an Asian seeing a B on the math test, but she's so chill about it.
All right, well, I don't know how I can further make you understand.
Are we on the record?
All right, Norma, get someone from manage to sign counsel here, please. All right, just have a seat and we're going to have an attorney come down. All right.
I would like to ask some questions on the record, if I may, while I have your time here.
Oh, no, let me just tell you, you'll have my time till 5 o'clock because that's how long we're here. What is going to end up happening is an attorney from manage to sign counsel is going to come down. Do you understand?
I do not understand because I don't feel like I am needing an attorney because I'm here to represent myself as the flesh and breathing man, Hector Casanova Jr. All right, so let the record of the court show that I, Hector Casanova
Just one
Jr.
second.
the
We're
accused
just
in
one
the
stop.
Yes, sorry.
All right, we're on the record. So what did you want the record to reflect?
So let the record of the court show that I, Hector Casanova Jr., the accused in this criminal action, has asked the court to divulge the nature and cause of the accusation upon the authority of the Sixth Amendment, and that this court has failed in its duty to inform me of the nature and cause of this action.
All right, and
Furthermore,
let me
let the
stop
record
you.
also show.
Mr. Casanova, let me ask you a question. Have you been given a copy of the indictment?
I believe so, yeah.
All right, so let the record reflect that Mr. Casanova has been given the copy of the indictment, and the copy of the indictment, it tells him what he is charged with. You may continue.
Now, these charges, are they civil? Is this a civil charge or a criminal charge?
All right, that is something that if you had an attorney to represent you, they would be able to tell you. What the court can tell you is that you are in a felony court and this is a criminal court.
Okay.
Just get a damn lawyer. You're making a fool of yourself, my guy.
This being a criminal, let the record of the court show that the action against me is criminal action. My following question would be, the Constitution grants this court two types of criminal jurisdiction. Criminal jurisdiction under the common law and criminal jurisdiction under the admiralty or military tribunal. In which of these two jurisdictions does this court intend to try me?
All right, so this is what is going to happen, Mr. Casanova. Someone from manage to sign counsel is going to come over and you can speak with them or not speak with them. But the questions that you are asking the court are not, some of them are not in any shape, form, or fashion related to the fact that you're in a criminal district court. Do you understand?
I do not understand.
Okay.
But I don't think you'll be violating your oath of office if you did your duty under the Constitution. I am not seeking legal advice. What I want to know is legal intent.
Mhm.
I have the right to appear as myself in my own person without a licensed attorney. In order to intelligently defend myself, I need to know the jurisdiction this court is operating under. Therefore, will you please answer the question so that way this court is properly identified?
All right, you're in the 187 District Court. It's a criminal court. You're on the 4th floor.
Jurisdiction under.
All right, I'm going
Admiralty or
to
military
counsel.
tribunal.
I'm sorry, Mr. Casanova, in the human flesh. I'm going to stop you right there. What is going to end up happening? I want you to hear me clearly. An attorney is coming over for manage to sign counsel, period. That's it. So have a seat. Manage to sign counsel will come over. Do you understand? Yes or no?
I do not understand.
All right. Do you understand what it means to take a seat?
I do understand.
All right. So take a seat.
Yes, ma'am.
Stupidity at its finest. A 5-year-old can comprehend much more than this guy.
Thank you. Yes.
We have talked.
Mhm.
I've informed him that I'm here, to help him in whatever he needs help with.
Mhm.
He's gonna consider what help he thinks he might need from me. And
So, Mr. Casanova, Mr. Bonk is going to be your standby counsel. And that's someone that if you have questions, you can ask him legal questions or what you may have.
Thank you for your consideration.
All right.
Uh,
And he informed me you wanted to place something on the record?
yes, for the record, I wanted to make it known that I'm here on special appearance under threat, duress, and coercion.
All right, who threatened or coerced you to come to court?
The county of Bear, Texas.
How
State.
so?
Well, if I don't come here, then warrants will be placed, which I will be kidnapped and held hostage, and I do not want that.
I don't know. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the whole point to come to court? This guy's way too funny.
So that's why I'm here under special appearance to clarify any misunderstandings and to let it be known where I stand on the record.
Okay. Is there anything else?
I said everything that needed to be said.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to recall your case in 1 month.
Appreciate your time.
All right. You're welcome. And thank you for dressing appropriately for court. What date, Ms. Ferguson? All right. So we'll be back on July 29th.
Well, that was wild. On to the next case where this mom does a lot of cocaine.
She's positive for cocaine.
Right. Your Honor, when the bond was set, I wasn't actually present when the bond was set, but at that point, I think they all agreed that her major problem was that alcohol. That was why she entered a recovery program through community corrections. And she's also been attending AA. Now, she's not been positive for, as I understand it, she's not been positive for alcohol use since that time. This cocaine use,
Whoops. Court dismissed. It's not alcohol, it's just cocaine now. Like, girl, she switched substances to something so much worse.
is kind of, I don't know, an anomaly. And it seems from my discussion with my client, it's kind of situational. And she realizes that this is absolutely
She
unacceptable.
had another anomaly back in March.
Right, I understand. But what I mean is, it's not, unlike the alcohol, it was not the dominant problem. And yet it is a problem, of course, told from a friendship that she has with somebody that she's had for many, many years. And apparently this other person got into cocaine use and she would sometimes participate when she was with that person. She realizes she has to break off all contact with this friend because it's apparently evolved into a relationship in which cocaine is customarily used. So we would ask, of course, that bond be continued, and if court thought it was appropriate, she could be put on a tether. She has been going to, she had 8 weeks of first phase recovery program, and she'd started the second phase prior to this cocaine use. And she also has been going to AA once a week in addition. So the recovery program, I guess I would have to say, has been partially successful. And we would like to have an opportunity for her to continue to work on her recovery through that. And I know Mr. Kennedy and I have talked about possibility of resolving the case through recovery court, but he's not sure that she's eligible. And I've been waiting to find out if that's true. Because that might very well be a good resolution. So, and in the meantime, I mean, she is the caregiver for three minor children.
Yep, I'm exactly the way he reacted. I do notice a thing how parents like these don't care about the children until all of a sudden they're in court.
Ages 10 and 5, they're all her children. And her significant other with whom she lives, he works full time for one of the car companies. I forget which. For Ford. And is gone in the daytime. So caring for the children, especially when school gets out, which will be pretty soon now, would be very difficult without her presence. But so of course, we're asking for bond to be continued or possibly be modified to provide for her to have an alcohol drug tether. I might also say, I think my understanding is that she entered the recovery program voluntarily. That was not a bond condition. Is that correct? It wasn't. She says it was not. So she is she's attempting to do recovery on her own, but of course, community corrections made it possible for her.
Violation with cocaine.
And you telling me you want to put her on a bond?
I'm sorry.
This is her third violation with cocaine.
Apparently so.
Yeah, that's a problem.
It is a problem, and but I think a tether would definitely take care of that problem.
I don't have a tether that reads cocaine.
Well, that's what I wasn't sure when she suggested it, whether that was feasible. She seemed to think it was, but I don't know.
She who?
My client.
Of course. She's going to tell you that, and then she's going to go out and use cocaine.
Well, maybe she just doesn't know. I didn't know.
She does what drug addicts do, and they tell you something that's not true.
Well, I don't know that she's truly an addict because her use has not been that frequent. But
So if I rob a bank once, technically I'm not a robber, right? That's what you're saying with that
at
logic.
any rate, I totally agree with the court that she can't be using cocaine, and I think she also agrees, and she
At what point
understands
did
that.
that dawn on her?
I'm sorry?
At what point did that dawn on her? When we ordered that she couldn't use illegal drugs? In January when she tested positive? In March when she tested positive? Or this time when she tested positive? Which point did she all of a sudden figure out she can't use it?
Well, she should have figured it out beforehand, Your Honor, but she now tells me she has figured it out, I guess you could say.
I always hate asking, but I'll ask. Why not? I'll bite. What this time made her figure it out?
Well, maybe she's come to a realization that it's not a good thing for her. I mean, she's brought it up in the group sessions that she's had, these weekly group sessions, and I think they've convinced her that she has to cease her friendship with her old friend because obviously it's not a friendship that's furthering her best interests. And she tells me that she is going to do that. So I hope that she has come to the realization of how damaging to herself that this is.
Because of her violation, defendant's bond is revoked, defendant is remanded.
Good. The judge did the right thing here.